Welcome to That's What We Think with Connie and Steve, or maybe we should rename it Snowmageddon. It is incredible out there. How are you, Steve?
I'm good. You guys are just getting a little taste of it. That's
I
all.
know.
It's
I
like
know.
I'm
You guys are
shrugging. I'm
used to this.
sorry.
This is like, oh, well,
I'm like,
whatever.
like it is all over the news. Like snow, snow. I'm like, oh, calm down. It's nothing. You guys are getting nothing.
Well, the funny
Well,
thing
you are
is
getting
that
a lot.
yesterday,
Yeah.
when I got home, I'm looking at the grass that was showing from the snow that had been melting because it had been above zero for a few days.
Yeah.
And and so I was like, "Oh, this is kinda nice seeing the grass now."
Yeah.
I should not have thought those words because there's a lot of inches
It's
now on
pretty,
top
isn't
of
it?
that grass. It is very pretty,
I mean,
very, very pretty.
I mean, for people that are listening to us who don't have snow at all,
Mhm,
yes, it's cold and yes, it's makes you cranky,
mhm.
but it is absolutely stunning.
It
And
is.
speaking of cranky, we are talking about triggers. And I know snow is one of them for some people. For
Yes,
for old school Canadians, I don't know if it's quite as triggering. Is it? Is it?
I
I
think
don't
so.
know.
Well, because
Maybe.
old school Canadians now are old.
That sounds
And they don't wanna have to do all of that stuff, or they can't do all of that stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's you know what, be careful out there. People that
yeah,
are seniors that are shoveling, please, 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 please be careful. If you can't get
yes,
someone, please call for help. I really, really stress
yeah.
that more than anything.
Yeah, typically, Jack or somebody would go help my mom, but they can't. They can't get out of their own driveway to
That's so you guys are really getting it.
we are really getting it.
You know,
So school is out.
yeah.
The schools everywhere except for Durham Region, of course, because
Of
Durham Region
course.
never closes their doors. The schools everywhere have shut down.
Yeah.
Usually it's just the buses.
Mhm.
Durham, I think, is waiting for one of their teachers to tragically lose their lives before they go, oh, wait, maybe we should also think about the teachers' commute to school.
Right? They
You know,
that's the way
they
it used to be. Back
yeah,
in the old days, like
yeah,
back
I
in our
know.
day, like it used to be the
Yeah,
schools never shut
don't
down.
I don't no, the schools did shut down.
What in the 70s?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
My
school was
mom went in.
closed.
She had to. I
Oh,
very
really?
rarely I recall whenever there's snow days, do I recall her being at home. No,
Oh, see, I always thought that
they had to
it
go
was the
in.
schools that shut down, not
Yeah,
you know?
it's
So, I
crazy.
mean, yeah, Emily was trying and trying. She has a really long driveway. I was like,
Yeah.
"Don't risk your life for a stupid job."
And the one thing I will add to this is that the province that Connie and I live in is huge. It's shockingly big. I don't think even people in Ontario know how big our
No,
province is.
until you drive across, you don't
Right?
realize.
We never say if we have to get somewhere, we never say, "Oh, it's only 50 kilometers." We say, "Oh, it's about an hour and a half."
Yeah.
You know, we measure it in time. And, so for Con who's experiencing we had a little bit of snow, but we had some snow here. But for Connie, they're about 2 hours away from me. So they get an entirely different system of weather
Yeah,
than we do. But I
yeah, we're
know
further
that this is one
south.
of those things that gets people in their feelings, and that's what we're gonna talk about. Things that just I don't know, what
Well
causes it? Why are people on edge?
I also find that triggers
Yeah,
are the word du jour,
yeah,
right? "Oh,
yeah,
that's
like
triggering me.
gaslighting.
I can't. It's so triggering."
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
mean, it maybe this topic is going to trigger some people because, we are I wouldn't say making fun of, but just I mean, back in the day, it was you had the two extremes. You had the "suck it up, Buttercup,"
yeah.
and now you have the safe rooms. Right? So there has to be kinda like a middle ground that we can meet at between the safe rooms and the suck it up, because suck it up is not always good either. You shouldn't always have to suck things
I
up and
agree.
just put up with it. And at the same time, we can't have safe rooms for every little,
I hate that word.
annoyance.
I
Exactly,
I
and
hate that word.
that too is a word
It's a
du
triggering
jour.
word. They are triggered. I hate it. It's just rooted in bubble wrapping people and look,
Yes.
and that to be to be absolutely clear, when people lose it, it's never a good thing. It's
Mm-mm.
and that I'm talking from kids to adults. It's something's happened, and you can never tell what somebody's going through. You just don't know. And these days, because we seem to see it so often on TV and on the internet, and that's another thing that the internet has just blown it
Yes,
out of completely blown it up.
absolutely.
And actually might even be in its own way making it normal, which it really isn't. Like
Mhm.
when you're seeing people on airplanes that are losing their shit. Oh, and I've been flying for a long time, and it's only in the last 6, 7 years, maybe 8, that I've really noticed that people are just not in a good state when they get
Yeah.
on the plane, and I don't understand it. I don't think this is COVID related. We always
No,
talk
no,
about this,
no. You
con,
know what? I
and
think yes, and I
yeah,
hate that.
you
It
hate
triggers
it.
me.
She hates it. That's Connie's trigger.
I hate blaming everything on one incident because I don't think that anything is just one thing.
No, it's
I
never.
and I do with especially with air travel, I do believe that it has a lot to do with the airlines
Mm.
taking advantage of us and making our seats smaller and
Smaller and
smaller,
smaller.
making the spaces tighter and tighter. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm short, so you make it as small as you want. I don't care. It's not going to affect me as much. But most people are not my height. They
Yeah.
have long legs. And if you, not everybody can afford first class where they have a nice loungy seat or anything, right?
Mhm.
You have to accommodate everyone. Treat if they are making so much money, and the reason that they're doing this is not because, oh, they need to their expenses have gone up
It's
with
profit.
having to pay their pilots proper wages or pay the
Yeah.
flight attendants
Yeah.
properly,
Yeah.
or anything like that. No, it has to do with having to make sure our shareholders make enough money.
Yeah.
You know, the
Private
people that
equity,
aren't
that's a trigger.
actually doing any kind of labor for any of this,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And not to exclude shareholders. If you want to invest your money in a company, that's fine, but you should not have to see your profits go up year over year over year at the expense of our comfort.
It's it's everywhere now. Look, it used to be not even that long ago, a pleasurable thing.
Yes.
If you were lucky enough to get into business class or above, it's even better.
Oh, yeah.
However, I do think that again, I will say in the last maybe 8 to 10 years, things really changed. Again, you brought up a really good point about shareholders and the importance of making sure that their pockets are filled at the expense. And it's just become this cattle call of people who are culled into these narrow spaces, and
Yeah.
the expectation is, well, you're supposed to hold your shit together. Well, sometimes that just doesn't happen. If
Mm.
you are treating people with crap, they generally tend to respond in a negative way.
Yeah.
I will also add that alcohol does not tend to help the situation at all.
Not at all.
and
They
and
should actually make them dry just so
and
then that way.
oh yeah, and the fact of the matter is that they've opened the lounges now to just about everybody,
Yes.
and lounges provide free
Mhm.
food and, most importantly, booze. I like going in the business lounge, and I had business flights, so it was part of my journey. And before they opened it up, it really was a quiet place just to sit. You weren't getting drunk. You just sat there and waited in quiet, peace and quiet.
Mhm.
Now the doors are open. It is insanity, and booze makes people crazy.
I have always refused to go into the lounge
It used to be great,
just
Con.
because
It used to be
I
great.
I can sit in the regular waiting area.
Yeah,
I put my headphones on or I get a book and I just ignore everyone around me. I don't need a drink before going on a plane.
yeah. I don't like to drink on the plane.
No.
It
No.
dehydrates me.
Exactly.
It's the one
And
spot on earth
you
that I
are
don't like to
you
drink
are
on a plane.
dehydrated enough as it is. Think
Yeah.
of your skin, people.
Oh, it's I was just from even from rest, like, it's just
Yeah.
I always watch people and I think, how is this comfortable?
Mm-mm.
Who wants to arrive in some strange country hungover? I certainly don't. You're
No.
really having to deal, and that's another part of it that's a trigger for people is dealing with customs and everything else. You have to be there a couple of
Yes.
hours early, and I'm gonna give an example with customs. Now I have rheumatoid arthritis. I've been blabbing about this forever. I'm sorry, everybody. You got to hear the
It
rheumatoid
is
stories.
yeah,
Deal.
exactly.
It's that's your trigger tough. But but I will just say that I have to take special medication, and this we need security. I understand that. I
Of
know that
course.
there's their job. That is their job. Their job is to secure the borders. I get that. I get that. I get that. However, it does not excuse stupidity. So, when I had to hand in my bag, which had needles in it,
Mhm,
yes, I get it, needles, but again, the bag was stated medical. I had the notes, I had everything there. What does the border guard go and do? He shook it. What did Stephen Wilson do? He lost his shit
mhm,
completely.
yeah,
Jim's like, you shouldn't yell. Don't yell. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is inexcusable. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, sir, I have to check the bag. I go, well, then check it. Don't shake it. I was
mhm,
so mad. And I'm
mm,
thinking, this is what causes people to get
yeah,
crazy in that
mhm.
environment. Just little things that build up and build up and build up and build up. Do you have anything that you could remember, Con, that you just, and I'm not even talking out in public. I mean, it could be at home, but have
My
you ever had a
triggers?
public thing that's triggered you and just made you go, ah, and lost
No.
it? Hmm. Really?
I'm pretty no, no, I don't
Wow.
and I
Good for
don't
you.
have most of my triggers are the sound of people eating.
Yes, you told me that.
What is that called? It's called, misophonia
Oh,
is the
there's actually a word for
dislike
it.
yeah, there is a word for it because there's quite a few people that don't like the sound of because it's gross. Um, so I don't like the sound of that.
Okay.
However, I do also have a very strong empathy gene maybe, where I'm like, "Okay, maybe the person has some rhino problems," meaning they can't breathe through their nose, so they're having to inhale with their mouth at the same time as eating. Maybe they haven't been raised with and we don't chew with our mouths open. There's a whole lot of different things. Maybe it's, acceptable within their own society. I don't know. So I give a lot of grace and excuse for that. And because I try to be very observant, like, is it something that I am doing? Is that why it bothers me so much? Because, when you get that whistle in your nose,
Yeah.
right? You're just
Yeah.
breathing normally and you get
Yeah.
that whistle in your nose. It makes me insane when I get that, right? So I have to make sure that it goes away. So I know if I'm making noises that are unusual, I have to, and I don't know why, but I have to make sure. So I'm always constantly thinking, okay, maybe the reason that it bothers me so much is because it's something that I've done. I don't know.
I'm smiling because Connie DiPietro, the woman who only triggers herself.
Okay,
The
snow can trigger me too,
oh
maybe.
my god. Well, I mean,
Actually, you know what? No, I did get triggered once.
there we go. There we
I
go.
did, and it wasn't and again, it was my own thing, and I knew it was me being upset at how I was feeling.
Right. So it goes back to what I said, which is sometimes you don't know what a person's going through before their
Right,
meltdown. Right. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
it was when I was working at 2 Cows.
Okay.
It was a day like today, so on days like today, I would never drive in, obviously,
Right.
but I would still go into work and I would take the train because I was able to. So I'd take the GO and I walked to work. I did not prepare properly. I didn't have a proper toque that covered my ears.
Okay.
I had just had my coat hood that didn't stop the wind from going into my ears. When I get cold wind in my ears, it goes down into the canal and it gives me such a headache. And I was so angry. I was angry at the weather. I was angry at how I felt. I was put into a bad
Yeah.
mood the whole time.
Yeah.
So, really cold weather triggers me.
Fair
I
enough.
am not meant for this. My ancestors come from Italy or Mediterranean. I should not be here.
My answers are from the Caribbean and Africa. I really shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I should not be here
I hope that doesn't trigger people to say stuff,
yeah,
but there you go. But go ahead. Go ahead.
in this cold environment.
Right.
So there.
So, wait, there's no oh, see, yeah,
There.
you're not triggered. That's just annoyance. That's an entirely
Okay.
different thing. See, it's haven't you ever watched anybody just kinda have you ever seen anybody kinda
Lose
just
their crap?
yeah,
Yes. And I
like,
think it's
in public.
embarrassing.
I will say hold on. I will say you mentioned work. I can say in general, that is the one area that I have never had a meltdown. I will
Mhm.
say, yes, I've been pissed about something, but never, causing a scene or yelling at a boss or anything like that,
Yeah.
or another coworker. And I'm actually very proud of that
Mhm.
because outside of that environment, oh, there's been some issues.
You've had
But
meltdowns?
well, yeah, yeah. But I will give you the story of somebody I actually watched. And I'll say this, there's so many emotions that go into this
Mhm.
when you're watching somebody lose their mind. And it's embarrassing,
Yeah.
it's humiliating, it's so awful. It's you're pissed too because like what the hell?
Yeah.
There's just and sadness. It's incredible. It just this wide range of emotions that when you're watching someone. This moment happened during COVID, unfortunately. This
Mhm.
this is a COVID related moment that she was triggered because we went to the pharmacy to get our shots, and the woman came in, and there was a long lineup of people waiting to get in to get their shots at that point, and she lost it because she didn't get the Moderna or one of the
Oh, the one
other
that she
she
wanted.
wanted. Oh, Connie, she it was it went from 0 to 100 like that, like snap,
Mhm.
like it was so fast. So she had a meltdown in front of the pharmacist, who in turn grabbed how to escort her out of the door, and then she locked the door, and the woman was banging on the window, screaming and yelling and losing it and losing it and losing it. It was so bad that the pharmacist had to call the police. The
Yeah.
police came, and then the poor woman, and let me just say about the woman, she didn't look, she was absolutely tastefully dressed. She was a regular middle class mom. You
Mhm.
wouldn't think anything of it, but clearly something had set her off. She was dragged away from the door and into the sidewalk, where she proceeded to throw a tantrum, like literally banging her fists on the sidewalk and screaming, "Get off of me, get off of me, get off of me," to the police who weren't touching her. We were all watching from the window. Like you couldn't I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna miss this either at the same token. I mean, yes, you're humiliated, but my God, there's a show.
You had a shot in the show.
Oh my God, you're not gonna miss this. And I just watched the whole thing just with my mouth going, ah, and all the people on the sidewalk looking at her like, ah, you're just like, you're just,
Yeah.
it's whoa. So when you're seeing it and you're looking at somebody going, holy crap, what happened to you, lady?
Right.
What happened? And I can answer that, but I'll let you remark on that story. That is, see?
That is insane. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
It gives and this is, I feel bad for all the people in the '70s who were named Karen, but
Yes.
it's the unfortunate name that they gave to everybody
Oh.
who does
It
this exact thing. And
I know so
I'm
many Karens, my
assuming
sister-in-law.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. The Karens that I know are lovely, lovely, lovely people. I'm just saying that.
agreed. No, I'm with you on
Yeah.
that. I just
And they would never do anything like this.
it's
Um,
crazy how that name stuck.
yes. Yes.
I would one of these days, we should do a deep dive onto why that name out of all, and there's so many they could have
Yeah.
picked, but that one just stunk. I
Yeah.
feel sorry for anybody that says, "Hi, this is Karen." Like, I do
Yeah.
immediately, but
Or the Karen, the actual Karen that wants to
that's
speak to the manager.
I know.
"Can I speak to the manager?
Look,
Your name
I'm not
is
gonna
Karen." Like, I just
I know. Well, I'll just say that having watched that, like, I feel the heat of embarrassment too, because having watched what happened with that woman,
Mhm,
because okay, confession. So, about 7 years ago, Jim and I went to New York for a visit, just a New York trip. It was great. It was such a good
mhm.
time. And then one night
Oh, if we
we
could
did
do
go
that
over to this
again.
jazz club, and it was amazing. It was such a nice night.
Mhm.
But of course, Steven Wilson found a way to screw it up because he left his glasses there. And when you wear progressives, they're expensive, and it drives me crazy how much we pay. Like it's I know maybe people don't know. I'm not even going to tell you the cost, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I was having a little bit of a panic because I thought, oh my God, my glasses, my glasses. So the next day we went back, we called the club. They opened it up in the afternoon. It was kind enough for them to do it. And they thought maybe it might be in the lost and found or it might still be in the club. So Jim and I went back and it wasn't there. And I was thinking, I was pissed off at not at anybody, but mostly myself
Right.
for being so stupid for leaving it there. Like, just, you know, it's, how old am I? I'm over 40 at that point. You're doing things that you do at 15 years old, just dumb
Mhm.
things that that you don't think about. Anyways, so we left the club. I was fuming and just really mad at myself. And Jim goes, "Oh, let's go for lunch." So I'm like, "Okay, let's go." And there's a little bagel shop that wasn't that far from the hotel that we were staying at. And there's a bit of a line. So I'm looking to see what's there, and I'm still in my feelings. And I went up to the counter and I told the guy the order, which was I just wanted a tuna sandwich, like a tuna bagel. That's all I wanted.
Uh-huh.
And walked away. He comes back and he goes, it probably would be better if you toasted it. And at first I went, and I
Who
think I
said
said
this?
the guy behind the counter
Oh, okay, yeah.
who I gave the order to, and I said, "Maybe. Oh, okay." And then I walked away, and then I turned around and I said, "You know what? No, I don't want it bageled. I want it the way that I want it. I don't want it bageled. Oh my God. I don't want it
You don't want it
toasted."
toasted.
And I lost it. I just lost my mind. I didn't yell, just my voice was loud. Jim could hear it, and he was, like, away from it. And then afterwards, I apologized to him. Even now, I'm sweating because 'cause I'm so embarrassed.
You
Because it's just
apologize to who?
the
To
counter guy,
right.
because, it's not his fault. He just made a
Uh-huh.
suggestion, but because I was so stuck in my feelings about the stupid
Right.
glasses, I took it out on him. And that's why it's when you think about these things, you realize when people do lose it, not always, some people are just generally unpleasant,
Yes. Yeah.
but for the most part, it is rooted in something else. It is, and in this
Yep.
case, it was, and I ran
Sometimes.
out ran
But
out of
okay, so
there.
the difference
Yes.
is that you apologized.
Oh god, yeah.
Okay? There's a lot of people who do these outbursts, especially, public outbursts, who do not apologize, who dig deeper, who, like, they just dig in and
I
decide,
won't
"This is where I am staying in this" I don't know what it is, but yeah. I and I don't know, maybe it's my people-pleasing problem that I would never
do that.
get into something like that. It's just not something, even if I wanted to, even if it was right for me to do it, which is wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have an outburst
It's
like that.
Do you think it's probably because maybe you also know that it can and mostly does lead to escalation in some way?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it
And I just don't wanna be I don't wanna be that person. I don't wanna be the embarrassing I don't wanna embarrass myself. So it's just like, just let it
exactly.
go.
The problem is that you told me, and our viewers or listeners, sorry, heard your story about your move. And
Right.
that would have been a prime example of
That
someone who
would
would
have been a
lose their shit, and you
yes.
didn't.
I didn't, no.
But, but there are feelings there. There's still
Mhm.
feelings, and they don't go. They're in you, and now what do you do with that? Where does it go? Other than tears and anger,
Right.
where does it lead you? When it should be in this case, you had every right
Yeah.
to yell. You had
Yeah,
every right, every right.
absolutely.
See, that's the
Again,
thing.
yeah, it's not standing up for myself, which is a bad thing as well. I get triggered, but I internalize that trigger
Yeah.
and don't let it out because I don't know
It's
why.
it's interesting about
It
polite
might be
society, right?
right,
Which
and
we were raised.
it could also be, and I wonder too sometimes, being from an immigrant family,
Yeah,
you are told, "Just put your head down and do your thing," right? So
yeah.
I wonder um, if that has anything to do with it, like, don't stir the boat, don't and not that I was ever told that, but I wonder if I internalized it.
Do you also think that your gender is also another reason that you may also be internalizing it too as a
Right.
woman? Because if you start losing it, then yeah, then the moniker of Karen comes upon you, and then suddenly
Right.
it neutralizes
Not
any
that
sort of anger.
I mean, Karen's a fairly new
Right, you know what I mean. Like
moniker,
it's
but yes.
but oh, I don't know what it would have been called
I
like
don't think there
15,
was
20
a name
years ago.
before. I have I have no idea, but
Like just a nag, I suppose, or whatever. You're
yes.
there we go.
Yeah.
So that sort of this is good. So uh, because of that, and again, we are of a generation that comes right after old school generation, which is taught polite society, which I just said
Mhm,
earlier, and not making a ruckus. And just
mhm.
as you said earlier, as you just said, keeping your head down, just keep on going. Don't let that bother
Yes.
you. Don't worry. It's okay. Just keep moving.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that, again, it just builds up. That's where you see cases of people having heart attacks and stress because sometimes you do need to release it. It's just where do
Right.
you do? Where do you go and do that? And sometimes it's justified
Mhm.
for you to, if you're triggered, to respond to it.
Right.
And sometimes you see it even online where somebody will type something really nasty or racist or sexist or just generally awful. And somebody responds, and then their response to that response is, "Oh, you triggered?" And sometimes it's designed to make you
Yes.
lose your
Well,
mind.
sometimes those people are bots, right?
Yeah.
So there are things online that trigger me,
Oh,
ma
for sure.
Maple Mega and Mega
Oh, yeah.
comments and stuff like that. So prior to me going through the work of what it is that how I should respond, I would write out my response and then I would erase it.
Yeah. That's a good method.
So it would get it out, but then I'd erase it because I would be like, these people aren't worth my breath. Now, I actually sometimes, I don't always, because now I don't even bother. I will look at it, I'll click on the person, notice that they have no no pictures, nothing, and I'm like, "Oh, that's not even a real person, it's a bot." I mean, it's a person, but it's a bot, it's not a
Yeah.
real, actual this isn't how they're actually feeling, they're being paid to put out these triggers to get people going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so I just ignore them. I read them, let myself get agitated,
Yeah.
give myself agita.
Yeah.
There's your
Oh,
Italian
there's
word
my
for the
Italian
day.
yep, that's my Italian word for the day. Actually, yes, 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 very familiar.
And then just kinda move on. And then, I'll do things like watch animal videos and stuff that make me
That's
feel
yeah,
good, right?
yeah, yeah.
But, yeah,
I
yeah, I think online like, social
contributed.
media has made the whole thing worse, and I sometimes I see that where other people are responding in, like, this defensive, and I'm like, "Don't fall for them," and sometimes I will comment back,
Yeah,
just so then that way if somebody else sees it, they'll realize, "Oh, not to bother with them,"
right, which is a
right?
good idea. It's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah,
It's and that's the thing with social media, it is a gigantic trigger. It
yeah,
is designed to trigger. It is meant to make us respond. It
mhm,
wasn't supposed to be like this. When we started out, it wasn't like this. It was
no,
actually a very cool place to go just to kinda search for crap or just do stupid things. It was never at all as insane as it is
No,
now.
even social media was designed originally when
Twitter was
Facebook came
great.
on, it was like just friends getting
Friends.
to see each other that
Yeah,
they haven't seen in a long time because
absolutely.
of distance and time and whatever, right? Or family getting to see each other
Yeah.
and share each other's photographs of their kids, and it's just turned into,
A mess.
yeah, cesspool.
And even with Twitter, it was books shared and recipes
Yes.
and
Yeah.
photographs and travel, all the things that you would do just just conversation.
Mhm.
It wasn't you snowflake, you this, you that, you
Yeah.
other.
Right.
It was a good place until
And
until he bought it. And
yes,
then it's
exactly.
now it is just if you value your sanity, you would stay away from that environment because
Mhm.
it's absolutely triggering. It is there's no question. I don't want to hear anybody saying, well, that's because you're not tough enough to handle it. It has nothing to do with being tough.
No.
It is just about enjoyment. And there are some very
And
miserable
why put yourself into that kind of
well, I
position?
agree. It's just there's
Yeah,
just so many miserable people out there that are designing to that are out there to make your life miserable. And
right.
why bother? We've got
Yeah.
so many great things out there. It's although nowadays so it's exhausting trying to find the good. It
Yes,
is.
yes. You know
And
what? It's funny, it's you use the word snowflake, and
yes, I
snowflake
hate that
was the
word.
word from the right about the left,
Mhm,
because them saying that the left needs safe spaces, that they get
mhm.
triggered by things like homophobic comments or racist comments, like everything is triggering to them. Trump and Pierre Poilievre are triggering to the left. Um, what's interesting is that the things that are triggering to the left is it's where rights are being taken away from other people,
Mhm.
where they notice that, oh, this person or this political system are actively taking rights away from marginalized groups.
Right.
Where the right gets triggered all
All the
the
time,
time, all the time.
on everything.
But what is triggering the right? The right is being triggered by Michelle Obama and President Obama to the point of,
Losing
like,
it?
craziness. That's why we have Trump now is because of how that but why? Oh, that was because of the color of their skin.
It's this weird I think for them
It's
that
racism, it's
it's
homophobia,
it's all of those
it's
things. It's all the
it's
isms.
oh, yeah.
It's
It's abortion,
yeah,
a black family barbecuing
yeah,
in a park, Asian workers in a factory. All of that
all
has
of
to
it.
do with their very fragile white egos.
And that's the thing. It shouldn't be. It's but for some strange reason, it's just this s sense of unfairness that, well, we're the natural we are the ones, we should be having all that stuff. Why do you get it?
Yeah,
And I'm distilling it down to a very simplistic thing because it's there's mostly most of the time, they're very simple,
yeah,
and their mindset is simple, period, and they're afraid, and outside of that fear and simplicity is good stuff. It's like this door, you can see it. It's a good door. You can go through that. But no, no,
yeah,
no. I'd rather stay here in the anger world. And life is so much
mhm,
it's just we don't the left doesn't care. They actually want to see everybody get better. That's the
right.
point.
And they
And
wanna see if anyone is doing something wrong, doesn't matter who they are,
yeah,
that they get punished properly.
exactly. So it's maybe in some respects they know that that would trigger us. And frankly, we don't want to trigger them. We just want to
Mm-mm.
get on with our own lives and just, find that
Yeah,
great recipe, travel to Rome and Italy, do all these things that you should be doing as life goes on. There's so many
yeah.
great I'm gonna sound like Bloody Mary Poppins, but I don't care. I think sometimes I stumble upon these incredible photos that people take, of Iceland or
Oh my
China or
god,
Africa,
yes.
and I'm just, oh, I just wanna go. Now I've been, but I mean, I would like to go back, and I would love to just experience so many cultures and great food. It's always about food with me, you know that.
Of course it is.
And always, always. And I love the idea that there's just this environment, this planet that has all these great things. But there are people who don't want you to have it. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And that is a trigger to me. That is just like, why? Why can't I? Because you don't want it? Oh, so I shouldn't. It just
Mhm.
doesn't like where's the sense in that? I don't
Yeah.
get it. And it boggles my mind. And I don't want to waste time thinking about what makes you unhappy. If you want
Mhm.
to be unhappy. Don't drag me into that world. I don't give a fuck. It's your life. Do what you need to do, but
Yeah.
stay out of mine. We
Where do you
don't
think
care
all
about
of
your life.
where do you think the idea of trigger warnings stemmed from?
Oh, I always thought it was movies. Movies and
Oh,
TV and
so
video games back in the
from
day.
the what do you call it? What are those, it's not those aren't called trigger
No,
warnings.
they
What are they
they
called?
well, I remember for me, trigger warnings, I'll be honest, was just about because, I have God, I have so many diseases, epilepsy. So,
Oh, because of, like, the flashing
flashing
and
lights and
yes,
stuff like
but what
that would
that's not
be
called a trigger warning, that's
isn't it
called
though? I thought they were. I thought those were trigger warning. Yes, it is.
is it
I think
called
it
trigger
is.
warning?
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe I think.
Yeah, because, well, they'll have, like, foul language,
Yes, sex,
sex,
uh,
animal cruelty,
that sort of thing,
yeah,
they
all of
usually
that
had
stuff, and flashing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They used to have those
I
warnings,
didn't think it
remember?
was called
Maybe
didn't
it's
think
not
it was
trigger
called a
warnings.
trigger warning.
You know?
I don't remember, but
Yeah, it's
but
always been
yeah,
I think it's been part of our language. It's just now it's just been becoming more associated with people's response to some sort of different stimuli, meaning now it's about what people are doing rather than something that's being shown to you that will cause you to get upset,
right.
potentially, right? So, and it wasn't, I don't think that was the word. It probably wasn't trigger warnings. They just had
Mhm.
Warning.
Right.
It was
It was a
entire,
warning label,
just
I
a
think
warn.
it's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Warning labels.
Which makes you not think it's a trigger. It's just a
It's just a
warning.
warning label, just a label, just to let you know that this is gonna happen
Yeah.
if if you are triggered or if you're bothered by it. Or actually, I always pictured the warning labels as more as a parental thing,
Me
as
too.
in, like, "There's sex in this. Do you want your kid to see this? There's violence in it. Do you want your kid to see this?" You know what I
Right?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
those type of things.
And
I
those
never
were
saw it
fun.
as yeah, I never saw it as being, like, for
Now
me as an
Now, well,
adult.
they were for us, but we we as a kid or as a
Yeah,
teenager, when you saw them, you're like, "Oh, yeah, let's go see that,"
yeah.
because you do. Come,
"Oh my
sorry,
gosh, there's sex in it. Come on, let's
right?
go."
Immediately, the
Mhm.
minute they said, "Don't go see it," you go see it.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful cup. Sorry,
Oh,
people. I'm just
thank
Connie has a
you.
beautiful teacup. It's
Isn't
huge.
it?
It's such a nice cup.
It is. It's actually it's not that big. It's it's half of what
Is it? Oh, wow. It's really, really
Yeah,
nice. Just
thank
got
you.
this
I
thing for
have
cups.
and
It's beautiful.
so I have 6 of them, and they each have a
Uh,
different pattern on the
nice.
inside and on the outside, but they're all the same color. They're
See,
so nice.
this is nice. But this is the thing, that might trigger people because we went
Be
way off topic on that one.
maybe we should put trigger
Sorry.
warnings on our episodes going, "Sometimes we go
Sometimes
off on little tangents."
we do, but it is a beautiful, beautiful cup. Like,
Thank
honestly,
you.
it's
I'll make a
gorgeous.
video of it so you
You
can all
should,
see
Connie.
it.
It's really, really
Yeah,
nice.
it's very
Yeah.
nice.
Anyway, on that note, I'm just saying that
It's from Winners, by the way. It's not a very it's
but no, I do think that it's taken on an entirely new life and not for the better. And I do hope I hope we can find a way out of this sort of mentality where it's purposely designed to get you going. I'm hoping that we can move
right.
from that. I don't know what it's more I'm thinking about your kids' generation. I think we're absolutely screwed, us Generation
Right.
X, but I'm hoping that the kids are like, "Oh, for God's sake,
I think
enough."
I think it is. I think we're starting to move away from it. I haven't been hearing it as much as I was, because I was really hearing it a lot during,
When you
again,
were raising your kids, the young,
COVID.
young? Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
during COVID,
okay.
I did
Okay.
hear a lot of it. I
Okay.
didn't hear much of it during Emily and Jack's when I was raising them. Now, not that's not saying that there weren't Karens and that there weren't
Right.
people that were, like, losing their crap in front of people.
Yeah.
That was happening all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't I haven't seen the use of the word, "Oh, I can't do it, it's too triggering," and that is a left thing.
Completely.
That is a left comment
And that's
where
where the pendulum has kind of swung just a
right,
little too much, which is why there's a reaction to the
exactly, and
coddling.
that's what it was, right? So you have the left going, "Oh, I can't do it, it's too triggering to me,
Ugh.
I need to protect my space." I need I need some,
I keep asking,
bubble
when
wrap,
why?
please.
I wonder with that, this is good,
The
because
fragility of
we okay. I know that people were tending to put were us our entire generation in this group where we
mhm.
were feral, we're Gen X, I'm talking, where we got to just explore and we didn't have parental regulations or supervision. Everything was a free for all, which I don't quite believe. It really wasn't quite that
Oh, it
exorbitant at
wasn't.
all. However, there just seems to be this mentality, and that's what happened. So I wonder now with
I'm sure
Gen
there were some
X,
people that were allowed to do
absolutely.
whatever.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't.
I kind of was, but not to the degree that some kids were. Some kids really were
Yeah.
latchkey. And I do wonder the response now because Gen X are parents is are you like is it the response now is to hold them tight as much as you can
And to
so
protect
that
them
they
from everything.
right. And I'm thinking, well, was it then I keep wondering, was it bad? Like I know we tend to do things with rose colored glasses, but was it? Was it bad that now the response is to avoid triggers and make sure that everybody's close to them, close as possible to
Mhm.
avoid it? Is that our fault? Is that
I
not
think
mine, but our generation?
I think that so Gen X is a fairly wide gap, right? So I
Yeah,
think maybe the
the
younger
under
Gen
Gen
X
X.
are responsible for protecting too much,
Okay,
coddling too much.
okay,
I think that they are it's thanks to them. I don't know. And I obviously, it is always a response to how they were raised, right? So it's
yeah,
always a response. We always parent based on how we were parented.
right,
And not all the time, but a lot of times it is like, "Oh, I wanna do completely different than what my parents did
right.
for whatever reason." I do think it has to be,
It's
obviously.
part of it,
Yeah.
and look where we are.
Yeah.
But again, as we had said,
And maybe it's also
yeah.
because of the everybody has to get an award
Oh,
because we don't want anyone to feel left out. So we all have these participation awards, all looking the same as the first place and second place because we don't want those people to feel like they're better or superior than these people. Damn it, they won first place. They are better. I came in 53rd.
uh,
Clearly, they should be treated better.
and my brain always says with my Gen X brain says, "Oh, you never want to be second best. You either want to be first or third." That's the way I always look at it every time. And that sort of mentality is not welcome because it's quote unquote triggering to the people that are involved in it.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
they're all the
bullshit.
same. We're
Somebody
all
has
the
to win.
same. We all
Oh,
yes.
somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose. That's life. And
And
you're
I
not
think
protecting
that's
people.
yeah, no, I think that's what it taught people though, is that it taught people
We're all the same.
to be too protected,
Ugh,
too safe, to life isn't like that. You need to be taught the hard knocks sometimes.
sometimes.
Not necessarily like, where you are tossed on the ground, but where you are on the ground and you know that you can get yourself back up. You need
This is
resiliency.
this topic is really interesting because it extends in so many ways, and it would be really great to hear perspectives from parents, non-parents, about the roots of their of what triggers them, why it triggers them, what they may or may not have passed on to their children, in terms of that word, what should bother them, what really shouldn't. I mean, the rules are so vast now as compared to it was very specific when we were young,
Mhm.
um, about, well, life and how you react. Hell, most of which we're going to talk about in another session is about games that we played. But those were triggering because they were designed to be
They were
you
designed to
win.
beat the shit out of you.
Absolutely. You win and you lose.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And the winners would go, "I won,
Oh
I
my God.
won."
And there'd be fights afterwards because of those winners that were thrown in your face.
Exactly.
It's but it was never meant to be traumatic, and I just hope that it's I hope that it's regulated. I do hope that we get to that stage where we can just get back to some sort of semblance of normalcy-ish, where you say something, it's not gonna be, "I'm triggered." It's just,
Mhm,
no. No. Let's find our way back somehow. I don't know how, but
mhm.
eventually maybe we can.
Or to realize, "Okay, this is triggering me. Why is it
Right.
triggering me? Why do I" like, that if you are triggered by something, that is an indication that there's something that you need to work on
That's right.
personally.
Yeah,
And
I
ask
agree.
yourself, "Why? What is it that's triggering me? What's the reason? Is it making me sad, angry, fearful?" Those are like, you have to go through that, and if it means going to therapy to help you figure that out, then do so.
We might put up a poll for our listeners just to see if you're finding yourself more triggered or less triggered than you have been because I do understand and I will say that yeah, our society right now feels extremely triggering.
Yeah,
But I'm hoping that it's not getting you to the point where you're having meltdowns. Nobody wants to be a woman dragged out by the cops because you couldn't get the vaccination you
yeah,
wanted. Nobody or the bagel you wanted, for God's
yeah.
sake. So,
Or that you're fearing because of being on social media and you are seeing everything that's going on, whether it is Iran, Gaza, Israel, the
all of it.
United States, Greenland,
Uh-huh.
51st state, like all these things, maybe take the time away from all of that.
Read a book.
Yes.
I'm finding it's look at oh my god, you should see behind Connie's head. She's got a plethora of books that you could take a peek at and probably pick from right
Yes, and some
there.
of them are written by me.
That's right, and she has them proudly displayed, which I love.
I do.
It's awesome. I'm glad you're doing that, by the way, it's good.
Thank you.
And to everybody that's been listening to us, thank you so much. Of course, if you've got something that does make you a little bit, you know, I don't want to say the word crazy, but just triggers you in a way that just doesn't lend itself to a very happy ending. We, of course, would love to hear it because why not? You can join the club. Sometimes things aren't always the way that you hope them to be. But we
And I hope
really
that we have not triggered you.
oh god. Well, if we have, I'm sorry-ish, but, you know,
Not really.
not really. You wouldn't be here if you didn't wanna be triggered, right?
And if we have triggered you, you can let us know
Yeah,
by putting a comment at the bottom of this podcast, whether
yeah,
you're listening to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music, or wherever it is that you're getting your podcasts from.
that's
Oh,
right.
and I found out, remember how before Spotify was having ads
For ice?
for ice
Yes.
in the States? They have now stopped
Stopped
doing
it?
that.
That's
Yes.
good.
So
That's
thank
actually
you.
impertinent. I'm glad you shared that.
Thank you very much, Spotify,
Yeah.
for stopping those advertisements for ice.
Although shame on you for having them in the first place.
Exactly.
So don't make that mistake again.
Yeah,
Please, please, for the
yeah.
love of God.
Hopefully you
Okay.
got rid of
And
that advertisement person.
absolutely. So, yes, please, please, please give us a like if you like what you're hearing and pop in
A
and listen to us
follow?
anytime you want or follow.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
And as for you, my dear friend, good luck shoveling.
Thank you. I am not shoveling.
I know.
I'm too triggered by that.
I love you, Connie.
I love you too. Have a
See you
great
later.
day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.